75,000 shares of Putin Energy Company, hint it's not Trump. The media keeps hinting at business connections that will surely demonstrate a conflict of interest with Russia. We've found one. But they'll never report it. In the newly uncovered email exchanged under the subject Podesta outstanding docs for Jewel, Aaron Sepp, who was an assistant to Podesta at the Center for American Progress, forwarded a message to Podesta from Mark C. Salakian, who was Senior Vice President and General Counsel at Jewel Unlimited Technologies Incorporated. It is my understanding that John transferred the resulting 75,000 common shares from the option exercise to the Leonidio LLC, Slovakian wrote in a January 2014 email, referencing the Delaware-based holding company. As such, we would need to edit the transfer of share agreement to reflect the transfer of 75,000 common shares to the LLC. The disclosure that Clinton-chaired John Podesta transferred his shares in Putin-backed Jewel Unlimited to an anonymous holding company when he joined the Obama administration is extremely concerning, said Donald Trump senior communications advisor Jason Miller in a statement. Podesta failed to fully disclose his position on Jewel Unlimited's board of directors and include it in his federal financial disclosures, as required by law, before he became President Obama's senior advisor. Because the holding company is completely anonymous, we do not know whether or not he still has deep financial ties to Vladimir Putin and his regime, Trump advisor Jason Miller wrote. As such, Mr. Podesta needs to either reveal who is behind the holding company or he must resign from the Clinton campaign immediately. Full article, with other damning details at Breitbart. Shares. If suspected ties to Russia should be enough to allege that Trump is disqualified, should not confirmed, undisclosed, ties to Russia, and specifically Putin, confirm that Hillary is disqualified. Or is this the part of the story where the media says, oh look, shiny? Melania Trump declares war on liberal media. The media is dishonest. The way they slant coverage of President Trump and his family to fit their preconceived narrative is the real scandal. The facts are clear, yet they hide behind rumors and unconfirmed anonymous sources to craft stories meant to inflict maximum damage to President Trump. Advertisement. Melania Trump has also been the victim of horrible media attacks, and she just revealed her plans to do something about it. It seems Melania has been very busy in New York City monitoring the media for lies, bad coverage, and leaks. Melania, far from the quiet mannequin the media portrays her as, is instead very much involved with President Trump's day-to-day operations. She just doesn't court publicity like some of her predecessors. Advertisement. Yes, I am talking about you, Hillary and Michelle. You two hogged as much of the national spotlight as you could, never missing a chance to mug for the cameras. Melania loves the president unconditionally, definitely, she really cares about the president, she feels a kind of protection, her former modeling agent Paolo Zampoli told Politico. The main concern to the president and the First Lady is that these leaks are unacceptable. This is news that should terrify the lying media, because the last thing they want is someone totally devoted to Trump watching their every move. There are no leaks or betrayals among family, and so far the media has exploited disloyal aides to do their dirty leaking. But that will all end when Melania officially moves to the White House in the next few weeks. She will start cleaning up those leaks, of this you can be sure. She's very private and she's very smart. Anyone who thinks she's a mannequin doesn't get it, Roger Stone said to Politico, before adding, she has excellent instincts into who is trying to exploit their influence with him. Just in news: Obama scandal rocks D.C., how corrupt was this guy? Judge Andrew Napolitano just joined Fox News to discuss allegations Senator Rand Paul and one other senator were under the watchful surveillance by the Obama administration. He was very close with the Supreme Court Justice Scalia. He then announced huge news that nobody saw coming. Advertisement. Judge Andrew Napolitano stated that the late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia confided in him that he was under the impression that Barack Obama had put the highest and most important court in the land under the eye of the NSA. Justice Scalia told Napolitano that he frequently thought the court was being watched. And he stated to him that around 4 or 5 years ago. Napolitano said, if they had to unmask Senator Paul's name to reveal a conversation he was having with a foreign agent and the foreign agent was hostile to the United States, they can do that. That's not what he's talking about. They're talking about unmasking him when he's having a conversation with his campaign manager when he's running in the Republican primary. Advertisement. He went on to say that Obama should be subpoenaed to testify, even though he would lie about it if he saw the unmasked intelligence. The Obama administration watching the Supreme Court means they had no qualms about watching everyone that didn't support every moronic step they made. Constantly selling this nation down the river to our enemies, and Obama found it appropriate to watch everyone else because he was untrusting. He was untrusting because he was untrustworthy. It's now wondered that if Scalia was killed to keep things quiet. The autopsy won't be done now, and the late justice deserves to rest in peace. Napolitano making that announcement is just another piece of damning evidence against Obama and his minions. Good job, Obama. Way to violate the Constitution every way you could. After going on Trump, Rosie O'Donnell gets career-ending news from most powerful man in Hollywood. Rosie O'Donnell has been desperate for attention for years. Her career stalled then failed, and she is literally willing to do anything to get back in the spotlight. So, this is years back when her career had a little life left in it, but she knew her future. She started attacking Donald Trump. Advertisement. Look, Trump gets ratings. Trump sells. Of this not even the liberals doubt. Check out Rachel Maddow's ratings. No one ever heard of Rachel before Trump took over American politics. MSNBC and CNN were both failing and were looking at making drastic cutbacks. Advertisement. Trump rescued them from their own indulgences, and for that he gets trashed on a daily basis. Trump almost single-handedly saved the New York Times. Print media is a tough business today, and the New York Times was losing money. After Trump wins, they sell record subscriptions and start earning a profit. Coincidence? Not a chance. Cause and effect. Trump sells. But not even Trump could rescue Rosie O'Donnell's career from ruin. Though Rosie has tried hitching her fading star to Trump's rising sun. But it hasn't worked. That's how far Rosie has fallen. She still bashes Trump on a regular basis, but after Trump's epic takedown, who can forget the first debate when Megyn Kelly asked Trump about calling women names and Trump hit back telling her he only did that to one, Rosie O'Donnell, but now everyone ignores her. In Hollywood, where everyone hates and bashes Trump, where groupthink rules and the lemmings all march off the cliff together, Rosie couldn't get anyone to notice her Trump hate. How desperate was Rosie? A new report from Vanity Fair makes clear she was very desperate. She lobbied furiously to get on Saturday Night Live. She wanted to play Steve Bannon, to get back in the spotlight and resurrect her career. Lorne Michaels, SNL producer and major Hollywood player, reportedly told Rosie she was too mean to appear on Saturday Night Live. He said comedy doesn't work if it comes from hate. And with that, Rosie O'Donnell officially lost her career. For a comic, that isn't funny is just sad. Gowdy turned the plug off on Obama's shadow government. An investigation into Russian influence over our elections began as a Democrat ploy to stop or possibly even topple President Trump, but has instead discovered that Obama and his minions have abused through the politicization of intelligence community assets, the Fourth Amendment rights, as well as the privacy of American citizens. Representative Gowdy found this out. Leading the charge to unveil this act of tyranny is South Carolina Republican Gowdy of the House. On May 25, The political insider noted that Gowdy chatted with Bill Hemmer from Fox News and delivered a stunning claim. Advertisement. We're not going to reauthorize these surveillance programs if the American people are not satisfied that their security is not going to be safeguarded, stated Gowdy. Gowdy is absolutely correct. Over the past months, it has become evident that Obama used the NSA to seek the identity of Americans caught up in the surveillance of foreign targets. It has also become more and more apparent that Obama ridiculously stretched the criteria limiting the unveiling of American identities in order to spy on his political adversaries. Advertisement. This unmasking, Gowdy told Fox, that is a privilege to be able to request that a U.S. person's name be unmasked. I want to know who's making the request, and what is the evidentiary basis of that request. And if it's late in your tenure, like the day before you leave office, that should send off alarms and sirens in your head as to why that person did it. Representative Gowdy, like a hound dog, has picked up the smell of corruption, and the American public can be assured that he will do absolutely everything he can to find out what happened. In the meantime, his great idea to let the surveillance programs lapse promises to send a shot across the bow of the establishment.